I'm Danny.
This is the Bill and Danny podcast.
We're here to give you everyday wisdom about everyday life.
Pointing you to Jesus Christ.
So today, our podcast topic, we left off with kind of this crazy incident at the water tower. We talked about gossip and just how hurtful that can be to people and how we tame the tongue. And this week, we're going to kind of jump into the rest of that story of the beginning of Bill and Danny. How did this start? So, kind of after the water tower.
Can I just say your eyes look beautiful right now? Like
Bill's always been this way, so that's kind of he's always been very complimentary.
Never
but
stop.
yeah. So we had like the DTR, like where are we going? And Bill's like, hey, I made this vow not to date this year, and I'm like, that's cool. I'm not looking to date. We can just be friends. So we're like, we'll just be friends. And but we started hanging out a lot. And so we were like taking long walks in the evenings. We were talking about like pretty serious stuff. We did lots of fun things together, like went to basketball games, worked out together, all this kind of like different things, and started just becoming closer. Trying to think anything significant.
All I know
that
is going
on
on these walks, it would be like doing laps around the compound that we were staying at, and I just remember getting obliterated with mosquito bites.
Yeah.
For this girl, like obliterate. Like I remember going to bed thinking, maybe my legs will fall off, maybe they won't, or I'm just itching till, like when you itch around the mosquito bite, it helps. But like when you got 20 bites on each side, I don't know, usually like a piece of cardboard or something.
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy.
She's
but
worth it.
Yeah, the gossip kind of died down, was still there. We are just kind of like ignoring it, but that kind of resolves. But anyway, we start kind of getting closer. One funny story moment was that so at that time we weren't like anything significant. We were just friends, but
Great
I
friends.
had other friends too. And so Bill started getting kind of jealous of friends I had. One particular friend, a group of us were supposed to go to this, like, there's this one reservoir in Malawi that's like 40 minutes away, and you can go sailing on it. Now, it's like a little reservoir, and in this whole reservoir, there's one hippo, apparently. And that's like what it's known for. But it's like, hey, you can go sailing. It's cool. And so one of our friends was like, he sailed. He's from the East Coast. Like he did sailing school. He's like really good. And so he's like, hey, let's go sailing. So I went once and it was awesome. And there was like a group of us. And then the next time I went to go, I show up at the house, and I guess this guy, Woody is his name. Love Woody, but Woody's sick.
He's a dude.
And so another friend of mine, Gret, and I were the only ones going. I was like, well, I guess I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, do you know how to sail? And he's like, yeah, Woody showed me. I can figure it out. I'm like, okay, let's go. So me and Gret go sailing. Ends up being like a disaster though, actually a really scary story, because we go sailing and Gret is overly confident and is like, yeah, I got this. And we go out on the boat, and I was like, you sure you have this, Gret? And he's like, yeah, it would take like gale force winds to knock us over. And literally a light breeze comes and we topsize. Like we're in the water. And I'm like, obviously flipping out, like, there's a hippo in here somewhere. Like, what's going to happen? So we're like swimming. We like get on the top of the upside down boat, and like, yeah. And some South African, like, he's literally like 80. He's like 80. He's like some Olympic guy in like a Speedo, like swims out and pulls us back and saves us.
Speedo. Yeah.
He saves me and Gret, and we get to the shore. And the crazy part was, as soon as we get to shore, lo and behold, in the water is the hippo, and it's mad. I don't know if you can look it up on YouTube. Mad hippos are like terrifying. So it's like up and down in the water. It's like making noises. It's splashing around everywhere because we were like in its territory. So I was just like, I literally just almost died. Like the hippo could have come when I was there. And then there's all these like African kids on the side of the river throwing rocks at it. I'm like, dude, hippos can run really fast. Like, what are the? It's gonna like charge them or
Yeah.
something. And so they're throwing rocks. Anyway, it's like a really funny story. So I get back from this adventure, and Bill's in the house, and I'm
Mhm.
like, "Hey, oh my gosh, guess what just happened to us?" And I'm like all excited to tell him, and he's just like so moody. He's like, eh, like just like, I'm like, this is so I don't know what's going on. And he's like so weird about it, and like just seems very like off put, I guess. So
Mm.
this was the start of Bill's jealousy. Um,
Oh, wow.
and I guess we're not just friends apparently
Oh,
because he's like mad that I'm hanging out with other guys.
uh, yeah, because that's it just I don't even, yeah, I think having the video of like, "Oh my gosh, guys, yeah, let's go watch me hang out and have this, like, moment with this other guy, and, oh, look, and, oh, look how precious it is," and probably just a lot of mixed signals. I mean,
How precious. I don't think it's a precious about a
I'm
hippo
pretty
attack.
sure he said it was just
Anyway,
so
as you
important,
know, probably as high
and yeah, I
schoolers, you
just
have lots of like
didn't know.
friends
Yeah,
and guy
yeah,
girl things are a
it
thing,
is
but
true. This is true.
that's kind of we all just hung out but Bill
Yes,
apparently was not cool with that anymore.
it was hard. It's
So
hard.
basically shortly
Yeah,
after this, with all these long talks
yeah.
and walks and feelings, I'm like, you know what? This is kind of emotionally moving forward, but we have no label on it. Like this
Mhm,
is going to be really confusing. Like we're kind of getting close without having just like clarity. So I
mhm,
was like, hey, we need to either take a step back and just hang out in groups again and just be friends, like for real,
mhm.
just friends, or we need to start dating. That's kind of like the not, I guess, ultimatum, but not really. I mean, it could go either way. It's not like we couldn't date later on, but it's just like we need to take a step back because we're getting
Yeah,
too emotionally involved.
yeah.
And so Bill is like, okay, let me pray about it, figure out what I want to do.
Mhm.
So he talks to some people. I mean, you can.
No, yeah, this is you. This is us, man. This is us. I can I think I was jealous. I didn't realize how much I probably liked you, and yeah, I didn't realize the impact you were having on me, and yeah, and then just knowing, there's also this struggle of guy and girl friendships, and what's said, what's not said, and what's entailed and what's not entailed, and then discovering what is true and what is right and honorable, and pure, and lovely, and yeah. So in that, Danny was she was wise. She is still wise, and what's attractive about her today, and making that understanding of, yeah, either we're dating or we emotionally are putting too much in the tank to say that we're something that we're not, and it could lead us down a wrong path and hurt us both. And so, yeah, I just remember praying about it. I remember, yeah, like I set a vow to the Lord. I think I at the time it was super serious. I was really struggling as a man to, looking at relationships and physical connectedness and emotional intimacy, probably in the wrong way, without the framework of like Christ at the center. More so my um, emotions, temptations, and what I would want to trickle into every other area. And yeah, in that seeking counsel from some godly, wise, God fearing men, they brought in really good insight where, you know, I went off of, and we can talk about it later, like Ecclesiastes 5 and honoring the vow. They also brought in the omnipotence and sovereignty of God, and knowing, God gives us free will, but also He's the overarching King, and He has full control, and He has a plan for you greater than what you think for what you might choose, and He'll use what you choose to show His good plan and order and choice for you. And so, but you have to submit to what that is, and are you going to honor, what his and obey what his choice is? And so I think that really brought in a lot for me. And I think coming back to Danny, yeah, I just was, I will say this, a total transparency. I was really drawn to Danny, and I
Basically,
I
Bill
will
wanted
say
to date
that I
me.
was
I would
like,
say probably looking
man, I
back.
prayed about it. You got that godly, like, dude, I totally prayed it up. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I saw wisdom. I did seek wisdom and prayed. Okay, like, put me on check. All right, fact check me. But I was like, man, this girl be on fire, and I want to know what this could be.
So Bill had
And
a past of not so healthy relationships.
yes,
So honestly, looking
yes,
back, it probably would have been better if we had taken the step back and just
probably,
group dated or group like hung
yes,
out and
yes.
not been so focused on each other. Um, I would probably direct a younger person or my own children at this point. Like, there's no rush. Just you're young. Um,
Mhm,
just enjoy
mhm,
all the things and grow. And I think we both could have used a lot of growth at that time. And we still did grow, and God obviously used it because now we're married and have
mhm,
kids. And but it was, yeah, God can work through our maybe not so good choices. But no, Bill was just used to being really like physical in relationships, and it
mhm,
was like kind of that's what he expected. I will say
mhm.
though, I was smart in the beginning of our
Yes,
relationship.
yes.
So there was like this, like I was like, I don't want to be physical. I don't want to kiss at all.
Like, dot
So
kiss. That was,
yeah,
yeah,
that was like a big thing for
when we talk
Bill.
about
And
physical kinda,
he was like,
yeah,
what?
which was
And like,
foreign. I'm like,
yeah. So he was like
"Who is this?
challenged by
Who
this.
is this
But I think it was like elusive
chaliced,
too.
pure
So he really,
muse?
yeah, he was like
It's wondrously
anyway, so that was kind of
intoxicating."
like the beginning. So we start dating and but we're not physical at all and just like emotionally connecting and
Yes.
still probably too exclusive at this point, but
Mhm.
yeah, we kind of start this journey together. Um and we
I
had like a friend
Yeah.
group, but I would say it kind of like cut us off a little bit from it. Um yeah, I mean that happens naturally if you are dating someone, you can kind of become, in order to date someone, you have to hang out more with them than other people. So that kind of started
Mhm.
our journey into dating.
Yeah.
So that was like October of the year we had met in August. So we started dating.
Yes. And I think even too, like, we navigated, I think even too, I'll probably, like, touch it, guy and girl friendships while you're dating have, I can say that there was a struggle, and me and Danny had to talk about, um, particular things that surrounded, affinity with the opposite sex. And even though there was joy in being friends with everyone, if there was dating, there had to be honor and boundaries with, yeah, knowing that the person you date doesn't necessarily have the same, uh, you know, same, I don't even know what the word is, like, the same, connectivity, as you would say, where it's a perfect median amongst other men, because, yeah, it would throw a lot of things off, and knowing, what is this for me, or is this for someone else, or is this for someone else, or is this for me? And it was good clarity, and I appreciated that, but we wrestled with it, and, um, yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of wisdom talking about what that means with going forward and looking at that. And then along with that as well, uh, I definitely had a great honestly, I had a great awe of Danny saying no to me. Had a great awe. And when you find someone that says no physically, it is beautiful. Uh, and kissing and showing that her mind, body, soul, spirit is the Lord's. Um, so taken back, but then drawn even more in to want to discover what and who reigns and rules you. Like it is just like, I guess we got a date, you know?
Yeah. So we're dating at this point, and then we make the decision that we have a month off for Christmas break, and we're like, we're gonna go to South Africa. So we start like prepping as a group.
Our whole group.
Um, there's like 6 of us that are going,
Yes.
3 guys, 3 girls, and we're all gonna go to South Africa for it. And we are like, yeah, I think
It was
probably people would
awesome.
think we're crazy at this point because we
Absolutely
end up
nuts.
taking a 38-hour bus trip
Yeah.
to South Africa. So we'll talk about that more next time. But
Zambia or
we kind of like
Zimbabwe,
yeah,
Mozambique.
but just with a bunch of yeah, African people getting a bus
Yeah,
and travel cross country.
dude.
It was crazy.
Yes.
But we'll get into that and kind of where our relationship goes from that next time. But
Mhm.
as for like kind of what we wanted to talk about today is kind of Bill already touched it, but just like how do you know when to date someone and when not to date someone? How do you know what boundaries to set?
Mhm.
What does this look like? I know I was 22 at this point, and a lot of you listening to this may be younger. And
Or older.
could
Yeah.
be older than this too, yeah. Just
Yeah.
seeking the Lord in it. So I'd always been raised like to believe that dating is for marriage. Like that's the point of dating. Why would you date if you're not going to get married? So I kind of had held off on dating. I had one other boyfriend in college, but Bill had dated a lot, had kind of a different philosophy, more like the like try out so you know what you like kind of thing. So both of those are philosophies people have, you know. Well, how will you know if you don't try out different people?
Mhm.
Um, and both those are both from Christian people can have that. But I guess kind of deciding how do you honor God in dating is the most important thing. And what does that look like in setting boundaries? And I think a lot of times girls have trouble with this because um, it's like a romanticized thing to have a boyfriend, to first kiss, dances. Like it's just something that like you read about. It's all in our culture, all the movies. That's like the main topic of most of
Mhm.
them. And it makes it seem like that's life's goal is to meet your someone. So really, I guess remembering that's not life's goal. Life's goal is to honor God and to pursue Him. And if a partner can come alongside you and do that,
Mhm.
that's amazing. And that's one thing Bill and I did do well is it was kind of cool that we met on mission.
Mhm.
So one thing now in our relationship is we
Yes.
both have a heart for missions. We both have a heart for orphans and children and youth. Obviously, we're doing youth ministry together then, and we're
Come
still doing
on.
it now.
Come on.
So, like, we were both kind of were focusing on what God wanted for us, and
Mhm.
we partnered together. Um, did we make mistakes and get distracted along the way? Of course,
Mhm.
but that part was good in our relationship. But I think just really being on your guard as a young woman or a young
Mhm.
man and not
Absolutely.
being romanticized into thinking I have to have a relationship right now
Yeah.
or this is what will complete me
Yeah.
um, is really, I don't know, a fallacy that we fall into a lot.
Mhm.
So in the Bible, in Proverbs 4:23, I'll look it up really quick, the
Yeah,
Bible.
sure.
It talks about just guarding your heart, for it's the wellspring of life.
Mhm.
And I think it applies to this day and age a lot because as a woman, it's really hard to guard your heart when you're hearing a lot of um, things, you're seeing a lot of relationships. It's hard to know how to do that. And as a man, I think it's just like thrown at you in our society, like girls, porn, all this stuff.
Mhm.
So just remembering that, like protecting your heart, protecting yourself
Mhm.
from what the world has. You
Yeah.
can read it, Bill, if you want.
Yeah. Proverbs 4:23. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life.
And so I went into our relationship knowing this and thinking that. I would say I kind of fell away from that. Later on, we'll get into it and
Mhm.
um, how I kind of, yeah, I think compromise at points because I was unsure. of how to say no or how to set boundaries with people
Mm,
and just being sure of who you are and knowing that's okay. I started out strong and then it kind of like got easy later on
mm,
as feelings grow, of course. Um, yeah.
dude, that's it's interesting Danny said that because if you look at Proverbs 25 through 27, let your eyes look directly forward and your
Mm,
gaze be straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet. Then all your ways will be sure.
mm,
Do not swerve to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. And something good can be turned into something evil. And it's a really good reflection. And I think even the pondering of where your feet are going, where your heart's feet is going, where your hands are going, your mouth, your eyes, your ears, your mind. That's such a good warning. And I think yeah, the insight of your ways will be sure is the one who makes all things sure, and it is God, and it is Christ. And I think you made a good point with dating, and I've changed my stance since this, and I've grown in maturity and spiritual maturity and wisdom because of the one who is wise and is full of goodness and forgiveness, but righteousness. You know, we don't we don't date to get something for what we desire.
mm,
We really are dating in order to see Christ most exemplified
mhm,
and to make Christ known within that relationship. And it's such a, some would say a cliche, but when we were dating, what God did was he took away from America, we were in Malawi, Africa. He took away the movie theater, the mall, the money, the clothes, the lipstick, chapstick, the sunglasses, the cologne. And what did we do when we dated? We served. We served. We prayed. We talked about deep things when water was kind of low.
yeah,
We went into areas that were hard to look at and debrief about. I don't really understand this, but I know we're here for a reason and we're doing this together. And for
yeah,
some reason, we're on the same path while
yeah,
also looking to the one who brought us there first. And that's the biggest thing is he's our first love, and redirecting us to that, but bringing us together. And so
yeah.
I think Song of Solomon might be 4:8 or 8:4. You can fact check me. I might be wrong even, but don't awaken love
Eight
before
four
it's 8:4. Don't awaken love. Um, yeah,
till
just
it
until
until it's
it's
ready, until it's
ready,
time. It's the
till it's
time.
time. Focus on your first love and serve him,
Mhm,
and he'll bring your love.
yeah.
He'll bring your love. Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at for today.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll kind of jump into, yeah, traveling to South Africa, craziness that
Come
happens
on,
there, sharks, things like that, stuff.
dude. I don't even know.
Bill eating ostrich burgers by himself, you know, cool stuff
It
like
was
that.
so good. I I was yeah. But thank you guys.
So that's it for today's episode today, guys. And
Yeah, grace and peace multiplied to you guys and keep looking up. Much love.